Welcome to the first tier where I'm going to show you my random generator system to create routes, or not create routes, but choose different routes in my comic book, at the same time stimulating creativity. Now, I don't really know how this is gonna work because I've never done this, but I had it as an idea in my head, and I tried it sort of, and I like it, but it might be confusing. It might not make sense, a lot of it, because I'm barely starting in this. But a year from now, how good am I gonna get at perfecting this system? Or if it never gets perfected because it's just so confusing just to begin with, I don't care. I'm gonna use it. So my system to create a screenplay relies both on free will. We got free will, and we got um, randomness, and that's how reality is. You got things that you can choose. You have free will. Like, for instance, I can apply for 3 different jobs, right? Or and get hired on either one. That's the roll of the dice. Or so I have choices to make, but at the same time, I have a certain limited amount of choices that the universe has chosen for me. So there's randomness, which you can't control, and there's the free will that you can't control. So that's basically how my characters are going to make decisions in this screenplay that I make. So, before I tell you the rules, I might say the same things again, but here we go. My random generator consists of a numerology book that I ran into just moments ago in my garage. I just ran into it, and I was thinking of numbers. I don't think that was a coincidence. So this will, if I need to use it, if I need to show it, the meaning of a number, whatever, I might need it, I might not. I might look like a crazy nut for a long time trying to create a screenplay. And I'm also reading screenwriting for dummies, and looking at other tutorials. So then I got a rhyming dictionary. Now, to choose a random word in here, I'm not gonna choose a random word when I choose a word from this. I'm going to choose a random page number, and then that page, I will choose the word that for me, just I feel it. That's what I'm gonna use, and that word can change the mood in a scene. Maybe the theme. It could be the title. It could be anything. I don't know. It just depends on the roll of the dice and when that choice comes up. So I got this one here, rhyming dictionary. So how will I choose the page number? That's when I'm gonna use this app. It's a random number generator. I could set it from 1 to, I'm not sure how many digits it allows me. Maybe like 4, or who knows. But I only need 3 digits because this book only has 394 pages. So, just an example, if I set it to from between 1 and 394, I press the generate button and I get the number 97. But not only that, I could set it so that it's shuffle mode. I can set it so that it's random mode or shuffle mode. People tend to confuse the two. There's a difference. See, shuffle mode is not the same as random. Random is just you can get the same damn number over and over again, like before you reach the other numbers. But this has the ability to do shuffle mode, which is like a deck of flashcards. And if you shuffle it once and you go through the whole deck, you will eventually come back to the same number, but once you go through the whole damn thing. So that's what I like about this app. So it'll show down here which numbers I already used, and it'll discard it from the deck. So if it says page 97, I flip to page 97. Just an example. It's not 97, but on page 97, the first few words that jump out at me, I might use I might use it as a theme, as a title, as something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Yes, I'm gonna look like a crazy nut for a long time, and yes, I am a schizophrenic. But I've seen things, weird things, but not just me, my family too. So I do believe in something higher above humans, right? Of course. So now next, the other thing, and there's a lot of stuff here, but I might eliminate some over. After I write a couple of chapters, I might think like, oh, I can eliminate this, or I can keep this, or make this more complicated, or make this less complicated. So I got a deck of cards, 54 cards, right? That's a random generator. I got 3 pouches full of dice. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna use all this to make one decision. How will I choose among what system to use and at what time and when and how? We'll get to that. So basically the dice, I got different polyhedral dice. And each pouch has its own different color. There's green, blue, and red. I know those are the primary colors. But the reason why also I'm using all this is because it came to me. Some I bought, some I found. For instance, these 2 dice, and there's a coincidence in them. I found this white one, and my brother found this black one. We each found them at work. He's got his own place to work. I got my own place to work. So that's a coincidence there. Me and him are very much like twins. We think alike at times, but then there's times that we're very opposite. So it's like a mirror. So that's a weird coincidence. So I'm gonna use that either for good luck or bad luck, or just make the story better. I don't know yet. I don't have all the answers yet. Same as in real life, you don't have all the answers, right? You don't know why this is happening to you in life. Good things or bad things. Too much good luck, too much bad luck. Randomness. You don't know. No one knows, right? This one here, I'm gonna use this too. It's a cork, but you open it, and there is 4 tiny dice inside. My brother found that one. And he gave it to me for my birthday, just a little side gift. And then this one, I bought this on Amazon. That's a devil coin. On the other side, there's an angel. So that's to decide between the energies of, dark and good, evil and bad, whatever. And I know, just different energies, right? What else do I got? Okay, so that's about it. That's what I have so far. I don't want to overcomplicate things. That they already are super complicated. But if I run into another item and it's its own uniqueness, and that's the other thing. I was going to use a chessboard. That's the last thing. The chessboard is okay. So let's go through the rules now. I just hope I remember what I was going to say about the chessboard, because I don't remember if I wrote anything there. But I'll just say it first before I check. The chessboard is to help, let's say suppose I roll the dice and I hate the outcome. There's a bad choice. The character makes a bad decision and something bad happens. And I wish I can just change that, because I wanted to get this good decision that he could have chose. And I want to change it before I make that bad decision. So the only option I'll have then is to play a game of chess. Per chapter, I'm only allowed to play chess 5 times. A game of 5 times each, only 30-minute match. I know that's crazy. When am I going to finish this damn comic book? But whatever, I'm intrigued. Even if I don't finish this comic book, for some reason, I don't know, something in my soul really is intrigued at the randomness. I'm trying. I don't know where it's gonna take me. I don't know. So the chessboard will be if I hate the decision that a character makes or an outcome that happens, and I want to change it. I want to change it to the good outcome that I could have chose if I rolled the dice better. The only option I'll have is to play a game of chess, and if I win, then I get that good. And that's the thing though. I'm gonna be recording as I'm writing. Not as I'm writing. I have to roll the dice. I have to play these games as I write the screenplay. So it's gonna be fucking crazy in the beginning. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I might be messing up the rules here and there, but hopefully I get more organized over time. And maybe, who knows, they might not ever get organized. Because that's how real life is. You don't know sometimes why some things happen. Like, oh, am I getting bad luck because I forgot to donate when I saw this ad? Or am I getting bad luck because this, that? People get confused. So, yeah. Okay, now let's go to the rules. Is it this one? Okay. I wrote a lot. So, sometimes when the cameras are on me, I get nervous. And I'm like, I might stutter when I read. I might not. Or I might say it too fast and you don't know what the hell I said. So I'll just re-clarify after I read the rule. Okay, so this says rules of the game applied while writing the comic book. So rule number 1. Roll dice, coin toss, and a chess game against PC will decide how many lines of dialogue until a multiple choice decision or multiple choice reply or question a character has to make. So basically, like, let's say there's 2 characters, right? Character A, character B. So dialogue between them and actions between them, let's say, well, basically dialogue. So let's say they're talking to each other, right? So A talks first, B talks second, then A, B, they keep talking back and forth. Once it hits, before I write what they say, I roll the dice, and let's say it lands on number 12. So I have to aim 12 lines of dialogue until whatever character has to choose to make has to choose a multiple choice decision. So let's say they're talking back and forth, and let's say first I roll a 12. They're talking back and forth. After the 12th dialogue, then the character has to make a multiple choice. Let's say he goes and he grabs a drink. He could do that, or he can go turn on stereo music, right? That's so. But there has to be. I didn't write it down, but half of the decisions that I write will be good decisions, or neutral, or it will be a bad decision, and it'll lead to something bad happening, bad luck. So that's basically, in casinos, you either have bad luck or good luck, or and there's also free will. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out things too. Rule number 2. There must be at least 12 lines before a fork in multiple route decisions. Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Okay. So, before a multiple choice is made, let's say I roll an 8, automatically it's a 12 because that's the rules that I'm setting here. You cannot get a multiple choice every single time a character speaks, because that'll take too damn long. You have to write 4 routes, but my rule is 6 routes. Half of them are bad luck, half of them are either good or neutral. But I want to pick more good. And I know I sound like a nut because I'm just rambling and I'm trying to get this all out. But here we go. Now, rule number 3, there should be 6 decisions a character can make. But half will be good and half will be bad. So yeah, I only want to write about 6 routes every time there's a fork in the middle of a script, or how many times what number I rolled, depends. But I haven't created how I'm going to use this, but I have an idea. After the rules, I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And this is so if you don't see this whole video and you don't know what the hell is going on so much in the next while I'm writing, just just know I'm trying to follow my own rules, and I'm trying to just create something from the randomness and free will. That's what I'm doing. That's the basic bottom line. Okay, next rule is, if the random generator game chooses a bad decision for a character and the writer wants to make a good decision, he will have to play a game of chess against a PC or person online. Oh, but that's the thing though. I don't really know how that's going to pan out online, because I don't know if they're going to get me in trouble if I put this on my Patreon, try to sell it, and they see that, chess.com being played like, yeah, I don't know if I could get in trouble. So I'd have to figure something out then. I might have to just use a chessboard. I'll figure it out later. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's the way I want to do it. I want to use chess.com to play either against a robot or a person. I'll flip the coin whether it's a person or a robot that I'm going to go up against. Rule number 5. You can only play chess to win back a good decision 5 times per chapter. So that's the thing. So let's say there's an average of 10 to 15 forks per chapter, right? Because we're rolling dice. When I say fork, I'm talking about multiple decisions. So let's say there's about 10 of them average per chapter, and each chapter lasts about 30 minutes of dialogue. It's going to be a video comic. And I know I'm jumbled up right now. I'm trying to explain what's going on. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Damn it. So yeah, so let's say there's 10. Let's just say there's an average of 10 multiple routes that a character can choose. He can only, if he loses, like, I don't know how many times he will lose, he'll get a bad luck route or a bad decision he makes. He can only fight to get a good decision, like to change the decision by playing chess only 5 times per chapter. So even, let's say he got all of them bad luck. All 10 in that chapter he made bad decisions. Let's say decision 1. I roll bad luck, right? Well, I don't want to write that route. I want to get the good routes that I wrote, the little plots that I wrote. So in order to choose those routes, I'm going to have to play a game of chess. If I win, then I win. But like I said, if I get more bad luck along the way, I can only save myself 5 times. The other times, I have to leave it as is. As real life. A character, yourself, you can experience a lot of bad luck. And sometimes you can fight real hard to change the bad luck in your life, but sometimes the walls get tighter and tighter. That's just how it is. So that's what I'm doing here. Next, rule number 6. Random number app generator and a rhyming dictionary will be used to determine the page of the rhyme book. and you choose the word from that page to choose a theme of the moment, action, noun, location, environment, dialogue, emotion, etc. So yes, I'm gonna be using the random number generator to choose a page in here, and whatever best word I can I'll just skim through it. The one that pops out to me, I'll use that. Don't know how I'm gonna use it yet because I haven't been writing it. So we'll see what's the best way to do that. Okay, so last rule number 7. There should only be no more than 7 scene changes per chapter. Roll an 8-sided dice to determine outcome. Roll an 8 and free will or spin again. Okay, so basically, so let's say in a chapter, right? You got a set of, let's just say two different sets of characters. 2 good guys and 2 bad guys. Let's just say, right? So let's just say these 2 bad guys are in another location and you got these good guys in another location. But how many times are you going to switch back and forth in a chapter? If a chapter lasts an average of 30 minutes, how many times? The rule I chose was 7 because lucky 7, and at the same time, I don't want to make it. It's ridiculous. If it's 30 minutes, I'm not going to make a scene change every minute, right? 30, I'm not going to choose a big number. I'm just going to choose 7. So 7 I think is a good number. I'm using my free will there, my sense, my intuition. Is there anything else I need to explain? And I also have some rules that I apply before writing, but those I'm not gonna show you because they might spoil too many things. As before I even write it, it'll spoil too much. So now I'm gonna stop it. These are the rules. Basically, they might change. They're subject to change along the way. They might get more complex in some areas, more simple in some ways, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop right now. These are the rules of the game. Next video that I record, I'm already gonna start writing and using the random system generator.